Introducing team number 1. To my left, they are captained by Coach Mikey. Hailing from Ponds Unknown, weighing in at an undisclosed number of rubber duckies, Rob Killjoy, Lance Lude, the Ugly Ducklings! Their opponents in the corner to my right. Tonight they put their undefeated streak in what wrestling on the line. From a location where you need an invitation and a total combined weight of 24 ounces of Red Bull and vodka, Mark Quinn, Isaiah Cassidy, the Private Party!
All right, tag team action on tap. The undefeated Private Party against the Ugly Ducklings.
It's gotta be folded. I don't want it wrinkled.
As Lance Lude folds up his apparel.
He's having a hell of a night so far.
Didi's got a rough job here tonight. There it is.
This is going to be quite the contest.
First time ever?
I'm not 100% certain on that, but what I will tell you is this. Something interesting about the way Private Party came out tonight. Yes, they were having a good time, but I think after their most recent contest, can you hear yourself in here, Rich? Rich, I can't hear.
They're very fired up for this.
And it seems like to be an even split. What I'm going to tell you, Palladino, is that I think after the most recent contest, the main event against the Mainstay Posse, Private Party kind of know what you have to expect against the Ugly Ducklings. They did not waste any energy come out. They were not dancing like usual. They kind of took a slower pace. All smiles like usual, but I think they know exactly what they are getting into tonight.
Yeah, the Ugly Ducklings from Ponds Unknown.
And again, a very successful tag team. Competed last time with a victory over Brad Hollister and Danny Miles. Very well traveled so far throughout the Northeast and beyond, down south in the Midwest. That's Rob Killjoy in there. Lance Lude, tag team specialist on the outside. Coach Mikey's looking for the tag, I think. That's all. I don't think Coach Mikey's in this match.
I like the segue because our next match is actually Danny Miles against Brad Hollister.
More on that later.
Yes.
Rob Killjoy there. Baby brother Isaiah Cassidy. Taking down half brother of Mark Quinn. Killjoy here. Reversal. Don't let the high-flying escapades of all these men fool you. These guys know how to wrestle. All 4 of them. Up over.
What a leapfrog.
What is this? Oh my goodness. That could have been disastrous for Isaiah. Kicking out Killjoy. Both back up to their feet.
Wow.
Mirror move.
Big fan of tag team wrestling, and these 2 teams, these 4 gentlemen really bringing it on here tonight. Only 2 minutes into the match, but my God, so much action.
Isaiah Cassidy off the rope now. Popped up right into the knees. And that's gonna take the wind out of you right away. Killjoy's ready. Killjoy's ready. It looks like Big Brother is making the tag in now.
Big Brother. How old are these 2 kids? My God.
Still very young. Isaiah Cassidy. When I tangled with Isaiah Cassidy a few years ago, I don't think he was still allowed to have any of that Red Bull and vodka, to be honest. So, still a very young man. Attack to Mark Quinn. Killjoy's staying in there. Look, Isaiah Cassidy's nursing those ribs already. That definitely took the wind out from that lung blower-like maneuver. Mark Quinn, there we go, the wrestling hold there, trying to go for the takedown escape. Go behind from Rob Killjoy, who brings him back down to the ground.
Oh, separation there on the arm.
More House of Glory presence tonight. Both Quinn and his brother Cassidy, trained by Brian XL and the Amazing Red. House of Glory, New York. Shoulder tackle from Rob Killjoy.
Same camp as Anthony Gangone, who we saw earlier here.
That is correct. Frog up and over, roll through Ken Broadway. Big New York presence here tonight, folks. Drop down, roll through from Rob Killjoy. Pass by, up and over. Quinn's waiting for him. Is there, catches through, gets to the bridge. Crucifix pin. Only two, right into the side headlock. Good ring awareness from Martin. Holds on to Killjoy. Tag from the Ugly Ducklings for the first time in this match, who are right on point. Catches him there. Here comes Cassidy now, no tag. Catch up, swoop, and a slam. Rolling through. Tandem maneuver from the Ducks, up and over moonsault. We've seen that before. And a moonsault from Killjoy. Splash. Is Lance Lude the legal man still, I believe?
I believe he is.
The outside is Cassidy. He's coming right over here. He's going to take a little breather with me.
A little massage from top shelf Troy Nelson.
He's a good kid is what they are. I like everybody in this.
Yes.
I'm not playing any favorites.
No, just helping him get a little break, a little sip of water.
See, that's it. Like I said, after that battle with the Mainstay Posse, they know what they're getting into. This is different for Private Party, slowing down the pace like this. This is very different. Is it not, Rich, to see them just kind of... They're at a loss here. I don't know what's going on.
They're regrouping because they're in there with a tag team that's been together for several years. Two guys that know each other in and out. So it's not a mongrel tag team. It's not two solo wrestlers put together.
This is unheard of for Private Party. They're a little befuddled by these Ducks.
I wonder if they're also thinking about what's looming on the horizon, because we just heard that Bear Country will be debuting at, what, 10? Bear Bronson and Bear Beefcake.
Bear Bronson, crushing a beer right now, could not look less concerned up in the balconies as we speak.
Beefcake?
Sorry, Beefcake Charlie. Bear Bronson not here this evening.
No.
In Canada right now, fighting for the Alpha 1 Zero Gravity Championship.
Took the words out of my mouth, but yes, Bear Beefcake.
Wait, that was a tag right away into the dropkick, and that was smart. That was a very smart move. Isaiah Cassidy throwing Rob Killjoy there, catches him. What is this? Back elbow. Up and over. Hurricane Rana to Rob Killjoy. And now this is the Private Party we know. But they took that time to figure it out, and now it's paying dividends.
Lude whipped into the corner, throws the elbow and the big boot.
Fending them both off so far. Rolls through, caught by Private Party. Flips him over, lands on his feet, does Lance Lude. To the ropes, up and over. Inverted atomic drop, oh. A Manhattan drop, if you will. To catch him. Got him right there, was this over? Oh, and that was a double stomp. Double stomp out of the camel clutch. Mark Quinn smiling, he's proud of his work.
He's very happy. Isaiah Cassidy in the ring now with Lance Lude. Rob Killjoy making his way back up to the apron. Look at Cassidy just taunting Killjoy in the corner.
You ever been bit by a duck? Ducks don't have a
have.
tendency to chew, they just kind of swallow, they don't have any teeth. So the buckle goes Lance Lude, like I said, the tag specialist for many years. One half of the set with Jay Sin.
Wow.
Very formidable tag team. Getting together here with Lance Lude getting in contact with Rob Killjoy in recent years to form these Ugly Ducklings. Coach Mikey shouting encouragement from the outside. You notice Coach Mikey lost like 2 pounds, I believe. He looks great. Looks fantastic.
And there's the tag.
To Killjoy. We've got a nice breather for a little while. He's already put in a lot of work in this match. Springboard, catching both men with that moonsault right into the cover. Very good move. Only 2. And another Lion Salt test maneuver. Again, only 2. Very consummate. These guys know what it takes right now. They were in a fatal 4-way before. Add in Ken Broadway and Christian Casanova. These two teams haven't met before. Oh, wait a second. And Quinn doesn't know what's going on.
No,
This is the first solo tag match between the two teams, with only 2 teams. I do believe. Catches baby brother, and he's out of the way now. Killjoy drops him on the hardest part of the ring. Very consummate with these pins so far. You got to believe that Killjoy's going to try to land another one right after that double stomp. putting it between his legs. Lance Lude trying to catch a breather. Sit out powerbomb into the pin. 1, 2, only 2.
Private Party with such an impressive winning streak.
This is the most trouble I've seen Private Party in a long time. Isaiah Cassidy's out over there.
Well, we talked about the Main State Posse. Let's not forget about former 9-time Chaotic Wrestling Tag Team Champion, the Logan Brothers, Killinova Inc., the Rascals, Myron Reed and Trey Miguel, the Skulk. Now they want to add the Ducklings to that list.
Absolutely.
So tag team wrestling is alive and well right here in What Wrestling.
I'm going to tell you what, at this rate, there will be no #1 contenders match. There will be no championship bout at this rate. When the eventual tag team championships are made, you can just hand the belts over to Private Party at this rate. I would say if they can get past the Ugly Ducklings tonight. Lance Lude here. Drives Quen into the buckle. Tagging in Rob Killjoy again. Killjoy, I think, starting to feel it now, though, as well.
Cassidy spent some time on the floor after that fray outside the ring. He's finally made his way back up to the apron, hoping to make the tag.
Trying to fight out here. Killjoy catches him. He got a lot of streaks coming out from those chops. Lance Lude. Tandem offense here. Looking for both a belly-to-back suplex. Quen's fighting out of it. Quen saying no. Flips over. That's what the doctor ordered. Baby brother's in, but don't waste too much time. Cross body catches both Ugly Ducklings.
I feel like Lude kind of got out of the way, but Killjoy did not. Little wheelbarrow action over here.
Trying to turn that into something there. The Ducklings, I think they took a little too much time. They're used to that position, but they didn't know what to do with it right there and then. Isaiah Cassidy catches him with the forearm. Catches him with a drop kick. That one landed high. Isaiah Cassidy.
Tilt-a-whirl.
Oh! Beautiful maneuver into the cover.
2 and not enough for 3.
Only 2. Isaiah Cassidy looking over here. He asked me to hold something for him earlier this evening.
He did.
You see what I have right here? What is this?
It's a t-shirt.
Yes, it is. I don't know what he's going to do with it. He just said I'd know it when I saw it.
All right. I thought it was a present for you.
No. I love that guy, though. 1995 Undertaker. Oh, sign me up.
Oh, my goodness. Private Party, double team maneuver. Lude napping on the apron in their corner.
Up and over. Killjoy sends Cassidy over. Here comes Quen taking his time getting over. Catches the big man. Here we go. Big brother, I mean. Catches him. Throws him back in. Don't even tell me. Right into the buckle. Cassidy kicks the buckle, not the face. Catches him with those knees. Here he comes. Oh, double stop. See, Isaiah Cassidy left his feet a little bit early. Quen didn't have enough chance to line him up perfectly, and that's why he's only going to get 2.
Coach Mikey starts that quack chant from the outside. Killjoy's got to get over and tag Lance Lude.
Mikey knows that a big win tonight could mean more breadcrumbs in the future of the Ugly Ducklings.
See what you did.
As a duck love bread. Gets him with the jawbreaker, and that's going to be another tag from Cassidy. Jack Hill telling Mark Quinn he's going to have to step aside. Here we go. Wait a minute. Rob Killjoy. Very nice maneuver. Floats them both over. Lance Lude is calling for a tag. Lude is ready now. Killjoy catches the boot. Tosses it to the brother. He says he's got this. Throws it. That's the tag to Lude. Catch-up kick. Gets him up with a kick. Lude in. The walking catch-up bottles themselves. Quen and Isaiah Cassidy. Catches a Hurricane Rana.
Lance Lude. Oof.
Gets him with a kick. Lude's up. Tosses Cassidy. A reversal of fortunes. He's looking for some sort of monkey flip. No. Catches him there. Oh. Shoots him off. Throws. Catches the leg. Lands the pin. Oh. Rolls. Now that's a real pin, but he's back up and over. Quen's holding on. He's hurt. Not the time. Catches him. Trying to put the brakes on there. His brother there. Catches him. Makes him DDT his own partner.
A young fan almost got kicked right in the face here at ringside. Protect yourselves, kids. Count of 2 by Lude. Coach Mikey pounding the canvas. These Ugly Ducklings came in here with a lot of momentum.
Mark Quinn has something in his hand, it looked like. What does he have over there? I think he's waiting. It's a handkerchief of sorts, I believe. You know what I mean? He told me never. I'm trying to have a conversation with him. It's hard. It's loud in here. What the world is that? I don't even know where that came from. Didi's getting the worst of this tonight.
Killjoy has taken the T-shirt off, and that just landed in Didi's lap here at ringside. As we had some chops and now a series of forearms.
Oh no! Oh, that's the knockout blow. Mikey knows it. Mikey can taste it. Look at Mikey's eyes. He knows that's the knockout shot.
I don't understand why they're not going for the pin.
Catches Mark Quinn. Letting her on the concrete. Cassidy. The ropes. Floats over the Ducklings. You can see it in Lance Lude's face. Getting a little fatigued. Killjoy doesn't know what's going on. They know how big this one's going to be if they can get it. That's a tag to Mark Quinn.
That's perfect timing right there. Quinn comes in with a clothesline.
Clothesline of his own again for Lude. Big boot to the mush. Boot to the mush of Lance Lude. Quinn comes out. Catches him. Hurricane Rana.
Just said this is our house. The undefeated Private Party looking to retain their undefeated streak.
So they improved it 8 times, folks. Up and over. We've seen this in the past. Catches Killjoy. Killjoy takes the bullet. Lance Lude looking like he appreciates that, but I don't think Killjoy did. Quinn slow to come in there. Quinn, I think, is favoring something. Kick to the gut again.
Yeah, you can see his footing's all off right now.
Catches both. Don't even tell me. Oh, super kick and a step up into Gary.
Both Ducks down on the canvas. Private Party standing tall.
Isaiah Cassidy. Call for it. Wait a minute. What in the world? That is a shirt of The Undertaker, we said, Rich.
Yes, it is.
And he's put it on. I don't know what's going on.
Neither does referee Jack Hill.
This what?
Oh no.
This could be the tombstone pile driver for.
Well, that's gonna do it.
This is absurd.
What?
I don't know what to do with that.
Double tombstone pile drivers, only a count of 2. Unbelievable.
I thought we were about to have a funeral for Coach Mikey. I thought he had a heart attack on the outside. I wasn't sure.
His eyes are bugging out. Well, they're
always usually doing that. You're correct. That's correct.
Oh,
now, here's what I
goodness.
gotta say about Private Party. Is that gonna be enough time to recover? The tombstones both landed flush, but they might have taken a little bit too much time in between. Catching both Cassidy, Quinn off the apron. Rob Killjoy doesn't know what to do with that. I think he's still confused more than anything, more so than hurt.
Cassidy Undertaker t-shirt still on.
Killjoy now going to the high rent district.
And we have surpassed the 15-minute mark in this tag team match. As Killjoy and Cassidy lands on his feet, rolls through.
Wait a minute. I think Mikey was looking for it. He was going to try to land something.
What?
Oh, no! Reverse Rana. Cassidy with one of his own. That's 2. 2 on the head of Rob Killjoy. Catch him with that lung blower. Holds it in place. Oh, we've seen this before. Shooting star press landing right on the knees. The cover. 1, 2. Lance Lude breaks it up.
Wow. Lance Lude at the last possible second breaks up the pin attempt. And this match will continue.
The crowd's letting him hear it. This is awesome. I think the only way this will be awesome for Private Party is if they come out undefeated at this junction, Rich.
Mark Quinn and Lance Lude trading blows center of the ring. Isaiah Cassidy, the Undertaker t-shirt wearing.
Still on, perhaps giving him the powers like the mystical urn, perhaps.
The lights went out and everything. There's the tag.
Making things official there. All of a sudden they decide, let's make a tag. Why not? Maybe they needed Cassidy to be the legal man for some reason, kicking him out. Lance Lude rolls through. Could be looking for a Shiranui. Kicks Mark Quinn in the face and lands it. Here comes Killjoy. Springboard.
You feel the momentum changing.
Oh, he lands on his brother. think we might see the undefeated streak, and Quinn's on the outside, Rich. Quinn's on the outside, frog splash. Duck splash, drops the feet, it's over. Undefeated streak over. Oh no.
My God.
I thought that was it. Whoa.
Wow.
They're giving me a run for my money now, Rich.
Oh my goodness.
Coach Mikey fanning himself on the outside. That sign of his. And Coach Mikey's taking his shirt off. Let's go out. Oh, the patented acai moonsault from Coach Mikey coming up.
What?
What? The largest duck of them all is going to fly, and he's going to eat a kick to the cut.
Well, that was not an acai moonsault.
That was. And Coach Mikey's dead. All right, well. He's a good man. He went out the way he lived by being kicked in the stomach. A beautiful maneuver! Launching Lance Lude into, was it Cassidy or Quinn? I can't even see at this rate.
Into Cassidy, who's being pulled up by the head right now by Rob Killjoy.
Killjoy threatens Isaiah Cassidy into the ring. Oh, that's going to be the launcher. We've seen it. Lance Lude nowhere to be seen. Lance Lude's got to get in there. We've seen this maneuver before, I believe. Rolling through. Oh, and it's time. Here it comes.
He's going to go airborne.
Oh, that lands flush. Whoa, Isaiah Cassidy is no big man. He's got a big heart, but this could be it. He's going to take that heart to kick out. What? There it is. Foot underneath the rope. Very good ring awareness. Mark Quinn knew where his brother was, knew he would reach despite being a smaller man. Oh, this has got something's got to give here, Rich. This is what we saw with Maine State Posse. That one was incredible too. And that's what goes to show you wins and losses count. Maine State Posse has been very impressive here. They are not here tonight.
They are not indeed.
Lance Lude, suicide dive. The Ugly Ducklings want to come back. They want to be here for what, 10? They want to be the guys to beat in the tag team division. Buckle bomb. Oh, and he lands all those shoulder blades on the top turnbuckle.
Cassidy slumped down in the corner. Killjoy now.
He's saying the undefeated streak is done. Killjoy. He's calling his shot. They're going to go for it again, the launcher. He's coming in.
Quinn's back in though.
Oh, no! Oh, he kicked him in the back of the head.
Timing is everything.
Oh, I don't think Lance Lude's getting back in.
I don't think he just got kicked flush in the back of the head.
Big knee to the face of Mark Quinn.
Quinn is stunned. Cassidy slowly getting back up.
Oh, no, Killjoy. That's going to rattle his teeth, then some. Big enziguri by Quinn. Isaiah Cassidy now. What again? Catches with a big back elbow. Quinn coming in now. Big drop kick. Saying set him up. Set him up for what?
What else can we see? Over 20 minutes in this tag team match.
Hurricane Rana into the Ace Crusher. Cover, two. They're only two. How did he kick out, Rich?
Absolutely unbelievable. This match should have been over 3 or 4 times in the past 5 minutes. And it just continues on and on.
We've seen this. Oh, this is it. This is their bread and butter. This has spelled disaster for many teams. Oh, no. You got to watch. Where's Lude? Where's Lude? 1, 2, 3. That is it. Unbelievable.
And still undefeated in What Wrestling, Mark Quinn, Isaiah Cassidy,